I'm propagating this plant. Have you guessed it? It's a lavender. I am propagating my lavender plant. I'm going to show you a video of how I propagated my lavender plant during the summer. I want to be very, very honest with you. Propagating lavender is not like propagating a pothos. You're not going to see roots in a few weeks just by placing the cutting in water. But once you understand how to propagate lavender, you're going to have a peace of mind that you can keep growing this plant over and over and over again. Now, if you have your book or your copy of the book of my first ABC book of Houseplant, turn to the letter L, because I want you to see where the lavender is native to. Why does that even matter? Well, it's going to tell you something very interesting about the plant. The lavender is native to the Mediterranean, so Italy, southern France, and Spain. When you're looking at the climate or the environment that it grows in a very rocky, sandy environment and dry, full of sun, which tells me that this plant does not want to be propagated in water, and it does not want to be left in water at all. Now you want to get a cutting that's soft, but not too bendy. I would say firm enough, is not flowering, and is not woodsy. And those are the best areas of propagation you can get for successful propagation. Now up here, I'm going to show you how to propagate the lavender, where to cut, and understanding the anatomy of the lavender.
There's 3 parts of the Lavendula. There's the hardwood, softwood, and semi-ripe. And when you're propagating this beautiful perennial that can grow and grow and grow and grow anywhere from this little plant to a field of Lavendula if propagated well. So in the lavender plant, there's 3 parts of the lavender. There is the hardwood, which is right here. It was very woodsy part of the lavender. And you have your softwoods closer to the top. And then we have the semi-ripe. And so the semi-ripe is right at the node of the lavender, right here. And so if we pick a lavender, this part is a semi-ripe. And so if you're trying to harvest or you're trying to propagate your lavender, you do want to get the semi-ripe part.
When you're preparing your lavender for propagation, you want to remove the bottom leaves in order to preserve the energy for the root to grow. And also you don't want the leaves to be in soil, because your propagation will rot. The challenge about propagating lavender, your soil needs to be moist for the roots to be stimulated and to grow. But it does not need to be waterlogged. It does not need humidity. So how can you do that? The key is to place it in a very warm and bright, extremely bright area, which means that it's getting its moisture to grow roots, but then the soil dries out fairly quickly. And one way that you'll know that your cutting is doing well is that it's pretty firm. And if you see resistance when you are pulling on your plant. Now, lavender is not an easy plant to propagate. They actually have a lower success rate than your common house plant. And that's okay. Now, if some cuttings fail, that doesn't mean that you failed. It just means that the lavender did not get its condition to stimulate its growth and to be successful. And that's okay. That's okay. And that's why lavenders grow successfully in certain areas. Propagation is about understanding where the plant is native from. And that's one thing I repeat and I share continuously and reiterate during my workshop, is that once you understand where your plants are native to, you can take better care of your house plant, because then you can recreate its environment right here. And so thank you so much for making this far. I wish you lots of success with propagating your lavender. Now, if you're doing this for outdoors, this is a great way to create bushier plants and to keep expanding lavender. Now, these are perennials, and so they will grow and grow and grow as long as they're being pruned and propagated and trimmed, they would just continue to thrive in the sun. And so thanks so much for joining. I'll see you tomorrow for another day of propagation with Priscilla.